No relationships are perfect. We do ourselves such a disservice to act like they are. But when I started dating Jeffrey, I had been single for 10 years. I had never really had a proper adult relationship. And all I had to go on was pop culture and my friends and family's relationships. So when Jeffrey and I started dating, I actually suggested we do couples therapy very early on. And I suggested this because I had read from multiple couples therapists in the past about how important it is in a new relationship to start therapy really early on as a couple. And it sets the foundation for a really strong relationship. So I pitched this to him and he was immediately responsive and was down to do it. So we started couples therapy after a month of dating. And our therapist was so pumped. She was like, I so wish more people would do this. I'm really excited. So we've been working with her ever since, now nearly 3 years on. And I'm not going to lie, it was not fucking easy because what happened was, I think starting couples therapy early on brought up a lot of things that likely come up later in a relationship. I don't feel like we ever really had the honeymoon phase because a lot of our own triggers and our own things were brought up, and then we were diving further into it in therapy. And I think that brought us straight into the mud and our own shit. And we had so many fights, so many near breakups, but I feel like eventually we've come up for air now and our whole foundation has changed. And I feel like there is not a single thing I could not bring to Jeffrey. We have such open communication, and so much of that I feel like is the foundation we've built because of that. And I love him, flaws and all. We are all not perfect. He has flaws, I have flaws, and instead of breaking up because they're not the perfect version you think of who you should be with, it's learning to accept those flaws for who they are and learning how to communicate with that type of person. I think this idea of perfection is so misleading and it's not fair for people. I think it's so hard. And I'm just so sick of this false reality of perfect couples. It's okay to fight. Hell, it's actually healthy to fight and to learn how to fight well. And to understand that we're all imperfect and we're all carrying our unique trauma from personal to generational, and that inevitably that will appear in our relationships. And it's not helping you or anyone else by giving off the vibe that you're in a perfect relationship.